Hi, it's Felicia and Jacob. I'm going to be making my Young Mums Unite video about me time, so let's begin. So the only times I really do get time to myself is when Jacob is napping during the day, when my mum comes home from work, when he goes to sleep for the night, and on the weekend. If I'm not going to see Matthew, then I get a bit of time to myself when my mum plays with him, because she can't really play with him during the week because she works. And on the other day I would usually see Matthew, so he'll be obviously spending time with his son because he wouldn't have seen him throughout the week because he also works and I don't live with him. And then if I sleep over at Matthew's house, I get a lot more time to myself because Matthew usually does everything for me and he helps me out a lot. So Jacob usually has 2 naps a day. The first one can range between 10 minutes to 20 minutes, and it really does depend on what time he woke up. And during that time I usually eat breakfast or lunch depending what time he has that nap. And the second nap Jacob usually has is for about an hour to 2 hours, depending on what time he had his last nap and what time he woke up and everything. But before I can get him to have that hour to 2 hour sleep, I usually have to feed him some food, and then I'll have to bath him and massage him and everything before he'll even have his hour to 2 hour sleep. And during that time I usually start cleaning, so I wouldn't really call that me time because I would have to wash dishes, put away dishes, as well as wash clothes, fold clothes, mop the floor sometimes, and vacuum. So I don't really actually get that much me time even when he's sleeping for an hour or 2 during the day because I've got so much to do around the house. Since everyone in my family either works or studies, I'm usually at home by myself, so I pretty much do everything around the house between Monday and Friday. I can't really do anything when Jacob is awake because if I've got anything in my hand, Jacob will try to take it off me and eat it, and then he'll want to hold my hand as well and try to eat that too. Anything that I've got in my hand, he will try to eat anything, whether it's a pen or like if I'm cooking and if I've got a spoon in my hand, if I'm trying to feed him, he's just at the stage where he wants to eat everything and hold everything himself. And as well as that, when I'm not in the room with him, or if he can't see me or anything like that, he starts screaming until he sees me, and then he'll either want me to pick him up or play with him or give him attention, or he'll just start screaming at me again. And the only time when he's awake that I really do get time to myself is when he's in his walker, because he loves standing up, but he doesn't stand up that long in there, and then he'll get bored of it and then he'll want me to carry him and play with him again. But when he is in his walker, and if I have to do anything, I usually put away dishes or I'll put away the clothes and fold them and everything, but I'll still have to pay attention to him as I do that. He's also at the stage where he's starting to get really attached to me. Like sometimes my mum will be holding him and stuff and he'll start screaming because he wants me to hold him, not my mum. And sometimes like when my friends or my family friends or aunties and uncles or anyone holds him, as soon as he sees me he'll want me, not them. So he's starting to get really attached to me, so I don't get as much time as I used to when he wasn't that attached to me, when he would usually just go to anyone. When my mum comes home from work, I usually have a little bit of time to myself before I start cooking dinner. I usually watch a bit of TV or I go on the computer for a little while. Then I start cooking dinner while Jacob falls asleep. Then I also eat dinner and then I play with Jacob for a little while and give him a bath and everything and then put him to sleep. When Jacob falls asleep at night, that's when I pretty much have the most free time. I usually watch TV or go on the computer, have a shower, eat if I haven't eaten, and then I sometimes talk to Matthew for a little while, and then I'll catch up on any of the jobs that I haven't done around the house. And then after that, I will usually get everything ready for Jacob. I'll boil some water and put it in the thermos. I'll get some water to cool down for him, get his formula ready, get nappies ready and wipes and everything in a container, in a little basket container thing for him, so it'll be ready for when he does wake up throughout the night. And then usually I get into bed and talk to Matthew and then go to sleep. So that's pretty much the most free time I get, is when Jacob is asleep. During the weekend, when I don't sleep over at Matthew's house, my mum usually spends a lot more time with Jacob because she doesn't get to spend that much time with him during the week, because she doesn't get home till about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and Jacob is usually asleep by 7, 8 o'clock, or sometimes he'll also have a nap about 5 o'clock as well, and then he'll sleep about 8:30ish. So she doesn't get to spend that much time with him during the week, so in the weekend she usually tries to make up for it. She likes giving him his bath in the morning and feeding him and having naps with him and playing with him throughout the day. And then the next day on the weekend I usually go and see Matthew. And we go shopping or things like that, so Matthew usually makes his bottle and changes his nappy and things like that, because he knows I do it most of the time during the week as well. And Matthew doesn't really get to see him during the week because he works as well, Monday to Friday. So he usually pays a lot of attention to Jacob on the weekend. So I get a bit more time to myself. But if we sleep over at Matthew's house on the weekend, sometimes I'll go on Friday and come back home on Sunday, or sometimes I'll go on Saturday and just come home on Sunday. And Matthew usually helps a lot during the night. He usually makes his bottle and changes his nappies and plays with him, and I get to sleep in the morning. He does help quite a lot, so I do get a bit of time to myself on the weekend. And we sometimes watch movies and things like that, and he'll play with Jacob and we'll play with him together. Well, I think that's about it for my Young Mums Unite video. Well, thank you for watching. Bye!